A Man's Guide to the Force of Nature, Team Fortress 2 by SoundSmith.
A lot of people enjoy role-playing in games. I'm not talking about D&D players, and no, I'm not talking about Mr. Furvius, and yes, Reddit, I do see you over there.
Literally
but the
who?
people I'm talking about are the ones who take characters from a game like Team Fortress 2 and masquerade as them while they're playing. For example, we've got the guy who plays Soldier, who's loud and patriotic and maybe a little arrogant. The edgelord sniper who insists on being a lone wolf and refuses to work with the rest of his team. And then there's the scout. The actual manifestation of everything you want to punch in the face. The thing is, role-playing isn't inherently bad. Like when you have that heavy that just blasts Russian music over the mic and becomes that anchor that rallies and pushes his team to victory. But occasionally there's that guy, just like that one guy that just takes it way too far. And that's where this thing came from.
What a banger introduction. I liked that hook. I'm ready for this. I'm ready to have the Force of Nature explained.
The Force of Nature seems like a really good weapon on paper. It has 2 bullets in the chamber, and while it deals slightly less damage per pellet than stock, it in turn fires more pellets per shot, meaning you're going to be dealing more damage at close range. It also fires faster than stock and has a knockback mechanic that can be pretty insane at times.
Okay.
Unfortunately, though, this gun is one of those weapons that's really worth less than the sum of its parts. Realistically, you aren't going to achieve much due to the 2-shot style. You lose the consistent damage that the scattergun offers. The playstyle this weapon incentivizes is even more hit and run than usual, although more often than not with pub scouts, it's more of a miss and run. I think you do need that, Garden, and I think you should take me seriously, because look at the scoreboard right now.
Yeah. I got numbers on.
Yo, did he just walk up slowly and miss both Force of Nature shots?
He did. He really did, though.
Yo, Soldier, are you going to let him do that to you? Also,
yeah, that pellet variation looks a little rough.
It'd be a pretty big oversight if I didn't talk about the extra mobility that you can get while using this weapon. You can use it to get a little extra horizontal distance out of a jump, or even use it with the winger to jump even higher than you normally would be able to with the atomizer. This opens up a lot of maps in some really interesting ways, and it can be used to grab some kills from some unexpected places. It can also be used to make some cool-looking escapes, too, so yeah, for me, that's the main draw of this weapon, since I'm a huge fan of interesting movement mechanics, but...
Oh, 100%. I think this is super interesting because it gives, because I was watching Lazy Purple's videos. We had Trollger and we had Demo Man. Demo Man had 2 advanced movement techs, right? Whether you're doing Demo Knight or whether you're doing, more stock, right? It's super interesting that they had a lot of movement mechanics. Like, I don't know if Spy, Medic, Engineer have any sort of movement tech options, but it's really cool to see more movement tech options in the game. And it's really interesting to see how a scout can get into the backline using this.
It doesn't take away from the fact that the consistent damage of the stock scattergun will outclass it in almost every single situation.
Right.
As far as I know, the Force of Nature is meant to be a side grade. What this weapon is supposed to do is give you some extra mobility to come from an unexpected place and deal an even bigger burst of damage than that of the stock scattergun.
Right.
But in my experience, it also fails this, due to the fact that if you get a good meat shot on the enemy, you're going to launch them far enough so that the second shot will do about as much damage as a stale fox laser. In my experience, this is why most fan scouts are usually an inconvenience rather than a threat, because a well-aimed shot will put them down pretty quickly, and they struggle to secure frags unlike those with the stock scattergun. This really just results in an annoying piece of shit that never leaves you alone. Honestly, the Force of Nature is really just your 5th grade bully. Yeah, it's loud, it's annoying, and it'll definitely shove you around a bit, but the moment he comes face to face with someone slightly stronger than him, he's gonna be gone faster than the monetization on this video now that I said piece of shit a few seconds ago. I mean, really.
Classic.
If you want to be a burst damage god, then just use a soda popper, it's way better. So how do you really
I feel like at its core, it seems like, I think side grade is the correct term here. It almost feels like, so Scout in himself is very squishy, right? He feels like he wants to position, he wants to be that duelist, right? That 1v1. It seems like with this specifically, you're hard specking into trying to flank or you're trying to get someone out of position, right? Inherently, because this has knockback, to me, without really playing it or scout it with any length of time, this feels like you're trying to get, say, the enemy medic out of position, or you're trying to, say, bum rush the sniper, and you're trying to either punish them and push them out of position further, hence that first burst, or you're just going ham with bow shells and you're punishing them and taking them out of the fight. I think it's interesting. I don't think it necessarily, at face value, does anything better or worse. Although from what SoundSmith is saying, this is arguably worse than stock. But it's an interesting play style, and I think that there is a team which this could work against.
Use this thing. How does a true Manco mercenary use the Force of Nature? Well, the super secret,
not so secret
way to play Fan Scout is just go for environmental kills. No, really. Like,
Sure,
I have spent a total of
10 hours
training with this and perfecting my strategy. Just watch.
Hey, bro, watch your jet. Watch your jet, bro. Watch your jet.
That's right. You're not going to be the one killing them, but you will be the one who helps them take that leap of faith straight into a hole. Now, if you're like me, a former member of the Church of Skunks, then you'll know that their holy scripture states, "Thou shalt not play on any map other than Hightower, Upward, or Sawmill."
Me in the back. What about 2-4?
Because of this, you'll oftentimes see Force of Nature scouts near cliffs, on high up ledges, or near saws, I guess, just kind of waiting for those unlucky enough to walk near.
Oh my god!
Alright, guys, what would you do if the spy came out of your screen and put his cigarette out in your eyeball? What? What do you want? Cockwork smurf, you fucking
Long-lived
idiot, you fool.
Oh my god!
Oh, right. I almost forgot one of the Skunk's main tools, the Schadenfreude. Honestly,
I love this nickname. I needed this.
I think it's one of the funniest taunts in the entire game. Really, everyone will think that you're a master comedian if you use it after every single kill. In fact, they'll think you're so funny that they'll start to feel inferior and follow you around the map trying to kill you so that they can feel better about themselves.
Makes
That's
sense.
how cool everyone will think you are if you use the Schadenfreude after every kill. And if you want to take it to the next
Amazing.
level, you could even incorporate bind spam into your play. Little known fact about the Schadenfreude, it actually combos into a Lenny face bind. That's right, M. Night Shyamalan to Lenny bind is a true combo. Oh, and also speaking of combos,
What?
people always think that the Pyro is the combo class of TF2, but the Force of Nature Scout actually has a huge
I'm sorry, does he just have a fish wrapped in newspaper as his melee? Guess I'm playing Scout.
array of combos at his disposal. This includes the classic Schadenfreude to Lenny bind combo, Meat Shot to Meat Shot 8 close parentheses bind combo,
Okay.
Taunt to get bodied combo. Yeah. Wait. Oh, no. Critical kill to thinking you're really good at the game combo. Assist-based domination to easy game bind combo. Extremely powerful forward-facing high knockback kill move to infuriating taunt combo. Wait. Sandman into cleaver combo. Wait, what? That's not a thing anymore. Who the fuck wrote this?
What? Oh, yeah, that was my bad.
Honestly, at the end of the day, as a Force of Nature Scout, you should be as much like the Scout as possible. Get in character and roleplay a bit. Run fast, hit hard, get all the girls, and also be as big of an annoying little shit as you possibly can. I promise, everyone's gonna love you.
Scout Hell?
I mean, it's still kind of a shitty weapon there. I'm gonna go ahead and give the Force at Nature 2 lime paints and a green energy. It's got a lot of potential, but I just really feel like it needs to capitalize more on its burst damage if it wants to be a reliable threat. I don't know. The flavor's just really
Oh boy. Okay, so I guess I'm now the producer of an amateur food review series, and that's it. What the hell did he turn the show into? Alright, let's get on with it and roll the outro.
I love this.
By the way, this video was sponsored by Marketplace.tf because I like money. You know who else likes money? Everyone. Everyone likes money. If you
Yeah.
say you don't like money, you're probably lying. Anyway, you want to
There's nothing wrong with liking money. I feel that becomes one of the biggest disconnects, where it's like, money is fine, profit is fine. Profit for the sake of profit, quarter over quarter, right? Line go up. That's where you start running into issues. But it's not inherently a bad thing for, say, a YouTuber, streamer, or even business to want to turn a profit. It's been interesting to really think about that.
know what a great way to save money is? Using Marketplace.tf instead of the Steam Community Market. You want to know why? Because it's cheaper than the Steam Community Market. What else did you think I was going to say? Oh, and also you can sell items there for straight cash, and anything you buy from there is immediately tradable. So that's nice too. Anyway, click on the link in the description if you like money.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What was that? What was that item at the bottom?
2. Anyway, click on the link in the description if you like money.
Professional strange golden frying pan, 2,350 USD at the time of this video. Yeah, I see why Steam accounts get hacked and your inventory absolutely just just emptied. Yeah, this makes sense now.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right.
What a fantastic video. I see why people were recommending him in his videos. So this will be an interesting series to go through, especially as somebody who is looking at doing Team Fortress 2 as community days going into the future, because Halo MCC, well, Microsoft hasn't exactly at time of this, they haven't really addressed concerns in regards to hacking, people being able to take over other people, take over, say, your weapon swapping, etc. And ultimately, it becomes a security concern for not only me, but anyone joining in on that. But I can already see people in the Discord hopping on TF2. So definitely a game I'm very interested in. I also like really deep diving a lot of the mechanics and stuff, because when I hop in, like I hopped in on that one, on my first hour, I was hot garbage. I was awful. But it was a really fun game, and a lot of people were really cool. It was really cool seeing Hoovies and stuff. So stuff like this is super cool for me to see. Thank you, Oven, for watching. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, SoundSmith, for making just amazing videos. This was awesome, and such a cool series to follow up on Lazy Purple's How It Feels to Play series. Looking forward to see what he offers, and I'll see y'all in the next one.